am from Ashland, Ohio, and I was born and raised there. My parents are still there now. I went to Ashland High School, and then after graduation, I went to Ohio State, where I met my husband. And so after graduation, I got my first job in Ashland, got engaged, and moved to Perrysburg. And now I've been in Perrysburg for almost 3 years now, and I do marketing for a chemical manufacturer in Toledo. So it's actually a funny story. When I first moved here, I was looking for a job because I moved here without any job. I was just like, well, let's just go for it. So I saw a job posting for a communications position here at First Pres Maumee, and I applied for it and interviewed for it. And I went home after my interview that night, and Nate said, Allie, you do know, like, if you get this job, we'll probably have to go there, or should probably start attending church there. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that is true. And we were looking for a church anyway, and I actually ended up not getting the position, which totally ended up working out anyway. But we came the first Sunday, and we were church shopping anyway, like I said, so it was perfect timing. And we've been here ever since. It was an awesome experience, actually. So I would say the moment I felt a call towards God was at a summer camp that I went to every single summer with my church. It was in Piedmont, Ohio, this tiny little town called Camp Piedmont. And I went there for 8 or 9 summers, and I actually ended up going back as a counselor. But the last night of camp, there is a communion at the top of this hill, and it's at night, so it's completely dark. The stars are out, the moon was shining, it's on a lake. It was perfect. So I was going into 7th grade, and it was communion night, and we sang Sanctuary on the way up to this hill, and it was silent, and it was just awesome. And taking communion that night was, I think, even though I was only going into 7th grade, I still really felt God's presence. And I think that was kind of my turning point with my faith, was that first communion at church camp. Yes, so I'm currently a deacon. This is my first year, so I have 2 more years. My favorite part of being a deacon is being around the congregation and serving the congregation. I absolutely loved Ash Wednesday service. That was an awesome experience, serving everyone and going back and forth between the tables, and just seeing this sense of family here is probably my favorite part of being a deacon. I would say the welcoming vibe that you get. You walk in, you're greeted like 3 times. You feel so at home. Church can be an intimidating experience for some people, especially if it's your first time walking into a church, either the first time or the first time in 10 years. So I would just say the family atmosphere, everyone is here for a reason, and everyone is loving and caring. And just a sense of community that I think First Pres has. I don't know, I guess I want to just thank First Pres for welcoming Nate and I 3 years ago, the first time we came. We church shopped around Perrysburg and eventually got our way into Maumee. And it was just such a sense of feeling like we were home, and this is where we were supposed to be. And we're just so grateful to have this church family, and not only just on Sunday mornings, whether it's a deacon meeting or the ice cream social, or a church dinner, which is always awesome, a community dinner. We have a growth group that we go to that's couples kind of like our age, and we're just so grateful to have had the experience of finding First Pres.